Another fellow who embodies that right now lost his own brother, a firefighter, that very same day, was rushing in a tunnel to get to the towers to save some people. He never got out. And that was the story of Stephen Miller, and it probably would have ended there among the many tragic names lost on that tragic day. But Frank Siller, his brother, decided, no, I can't let it end that way. He started something that is now known worldwide as the Tunnel to Tower Foundation, where they help not only those who survived that day, but it's extended to our heroes in all walks of life who fought here and abroad, in law enforcement, in wars. Many coming back, sadly, many others that do not. So Frank gets them set up in homes, their families, their mortgages paid off, and some who are returning in crippling condition, homes that are friendly to them and their ailments. Frank Siller, the CEO of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, joins us right now. Frank, very good to have you back.
Thanks for having me on, Neil. And listening to Tim Brown, Tim is a good friend. He just told such a beautiful story, and there's just so many of those stories that need to be told. And that's what we're proud of, that we did start the 9/11, Tunnel to Towers 9/11 Institute, where we have a curriculum from ages kindergarten through 12th grade, and we're just very proud of it. So you could just download it. You go to t2t.org, you could download the stories of 9/11, and what Tim's story he just told of his buddy that he kissed and then he gave up his life. There's hundreds and hundreds of those stories.
When did you learn that Stephen hadn't made it?
Well, so that question, I believe that Stephen died when the South Tower came down. When it came down, I turned to my mother-in-law. I said, Nancy, I think I just lost my brother. I didn't know how he got there. I had no idea how he got there. I knew he was off duty. He was on his way home to play golf with me and my brothers, and he turned his truck around and got his gear and ran through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel with that 60 pounds of gear on his back. But I didn't know he did all those things then, but I knew he'd find a way. That's what it really boils down to. And I got a call later in the day after both towers were down for a period of time by a firefighter, Richie Obermeyer. And Richie called me and said, Frank, it's really bad down here. And I said, no, I know, Rich. I could see it. And he goes, no. He goes, Stephen's on a list of missing firefighters. And I said, I know that, Rich, because I actually was running around different firehouses, talking to the fire department, trying to get as much information as possible. And based on the information I was getting, I made sure my brothers and sisters, we all gathered together. And they were at my house during this phone call. And he said to me, Frank, no, you don't understand. It's bad. I said, I know, Richard. He goes, no, you don't understand. Nobody's coming home. Nobody. Wow. And I had to go in and tell my three sisters, who were like mothers to my brother, because my parents died when Stephen was a little boy, and my brothers, I had to tell them that Stephen wasn't coming home, and it was horrific.
My God. You know, Frank, part of this effort to this day is to teach people not to forget. A lot of schools, this is not part of their curriculum. I'm not fingering them and saying, it should be. I hope it comes up in other ways. And for many of them, like I said, with my sons who are born after the fact, they only know this through my constantly pounding it to them and other parents doing the same. I just worry, as I'm sure you do, people do forget, or they think that this can't happen again.
Well, it's human nature to move on in life, but you can never forget. You're supposed to heal. That's okay. 9/11 families, we always have a hole in our heart. We learn to live with it. But, other families that weren't affected the same way, and schools that weren't affected, don't teach it. And we're going to make sure that we get it out to everybody. And you know what? Parents are downloading it. Since we made the announcement, so many parents are downloading it. But look, Neil, you said it when we came in. We're going to take care of every catastrophically injured service member or first responder that give their body for their country or their community. We're going to take care of every Gold Star widow and fallen first responder widow that, who had their loved ones die in the line of duty that leave young kids behind. We're going to make sure they have a mortgage-free home. We're going to do all that, but we're also going to make sure our first mission, which is that we never forget, and we need to honor the sacrifice. And that's why we started this institute.
It's amazing. Full disclosure here for everyone here. So I do have a vested interest in this. I have an active contributor, as is my entire family, to Frank's Tunnel Tower Foundation. It does such good work. I've mentioned this before. Some people get sick of hearing it, but as a proud father, Frank, my son, of course, is a firefighter himself, looks up to you like a rock star, deservedly so. I distinctly remember you coming to my town in New Jersey last year. He sees you, thinks he has seen the Pope. You stand around with the other guys there taking pictures. He never forgot that day. But you get that a lot, I bet.
Well, look, last year was very special because I walked from the Pentagon to Shanksville to Ground Zero, and it was towards the end of my journey that I met your son and his fire company, and it was an honor to meet them. But yeah, I'll tell you why people react, not to me, but to the mission, is because what we're doing. It's because what we're doing, we're taking care of the greatest of all Americans, those who are willing to die for you and I or give up their bodies for you and I. And we're making sure that we help the families that are left behind. And, you know, we ask everybody to go to t2t.org, donate $11 a month. And if people do that, you know, we're able to, you know, be successful. And, you know, we're proud to say last year over 200 houses delivered, mortgage-free houses, and we're going to do a lot more than that this year. So as we continue, we need the support. So, and I thank you for you and your family for your continuing support and for having me on today to talk about my brother, who I love so much and I miss so much.
You prove it, and you've proven it to the world. Frank Siller, thank you very, very much. The Tunnel to Towers CEO, they call that paying it forward. It's a painful way to do it and to start it. But man, he has done it in spades, because he doesn't want us to forget that day, ever, no matter when you're born. Keep it in mind, keep it in your heart, and keep all of those who are affected by it in your prayers.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.